Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Ken, and today we're here to talk about three movies, recent watches that we've watched, and we're going to review them and talk about them in kind of a short form, kind of review style, rapid fire reviews.
Well, I was going to say mini
reviews, whatever you want to call it.
Baby reviews.
Baby reviews. Yeah, we're going to talk about Renfield. We're going to talk about 65. And we're going to talk about Reality.
Oh.
All those movies. Well, you know, they'll likely be on the thumbnail. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and tell them now. But look, before we get into it, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We do movie reviews, we do TV reviews, and we do entertainment news every Monday night. So if you like that kind of stuff, hit the subscribe button, and also
like the video.
Like the video, like she said. And then if you've watched any of these movies, let us know what your thoughts are in the comment section below.
Yep.
Okay, which I guess we'll start with Reality. I think that was the first one we watched.
Yeah, we're going to go from, we're going to go in chronological order, okay?
That's probably a good idea.
So the first one that we watched recently is a show or a movie called Reality, and this came out on HBO. This is starring Sydney Sweeney?
Sydney Sweeney, yeah.
I always get her name mixed up. She's in Euphoria, and she's a very sexualized character in that show, and so this is completely different. So for me personally, it was nice to see her in something that just wasn't revolved around her physical appearance.
Yeah, and quite honestly, I think it showed off her range as an actress. I'm definitely more impressed with her. Not that she's not good on Euphoria. I think she's good on that show. But I think this just shows off the range she has as an actress, because you're watching this, and I didn't see her from Euphoria when I'm watching this. I think she transformed into this real life character very well.
This story, it's based on a true story.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to have followed it pretty much conversation by conversation. The dialogue is supposed to
I got the synopsis here. I'll read it real quick. A former American, so this is based on true story. This actually happened. A former American intelligence specialist was given the longest sentence for the unauthorized release of government information to the media about Russian interference in the 2016 United States election via an email operation.
And it's one of those one location movies.
Yeah. It's all pretty much within I guess 2 hours. The movie's not 2 hours, but it's within this 2 hour time span.
Right, yeah. They put the time up, the date and all that kind of stuff.
And yeah, like you said, she pulls up and the people come to her car, the FBI agents are already there, and then you get into the conversation. And it's supposed to be verbatim, word for word, exactly from the transcript of the actual voice recordings, because they were recording this entire interrogation, interview, whatever you want to call it, this investigation. They recorded all of it, so everything that you hear in the movie was actual dialogue, real life dialogue.
Yeah, and so
which
that
is
was
pretty cool.
Yeah, that was kind of a cool little take on it.
The result of this being real life dialogue, I thought it was, because the dialogue it doesn't feel like a traditional movie dialogue. It feels very clunky and unorthodox, regular people would talk to each other, especially people that were nervous to talk to each other.
Right.
So it sounded a little off for a movie.
It sounded kind of unnatural. But
then when I'm thinking about it, I'm like, this is how people would behave or talk to each other in real life.
In this situation,
I think it added to the immersiveness and the just me being overall engaged with the actual conversations and what was going on, because I found this movie to be extremely engaging throughout. I was pretty into it the whole time.
Yeah. So
I didn't think I ever got bored.
And it was also a pretty short watch. I think it was under an hour and 30 minutes from what I can remember. And so you want to rate it?
Yeah, it's a really good movie. I recommend it pretty highly, actually. I would give it a 4 out of a 5. I liked it quite a bit.
Okay, and I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. Just because, I don't know, it's not your typical movie. It felt like it was lacking a little bit. the way that they decided to tell the story. So anyway, 3.5 for me.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about Renfield.
Renfield, yep. We watched this on Peacock.
Yep, we watched it on Peacock. I did not pick up the Blu-ray for Renfield.
Gotcha.
And I'm kind of glad that I didn't.
Right, yeah.
Not that it was bad, but
You were really looking forward to this movie.
I was really looking for. Look, I love Nicolas Cage. I'm a mark for Nicolas Cage. I'll watch anything he's in, even if it's horrible or great. And he seems to have varying degrees of both in his career. But I don't know. I found this movie to be okay. It wasn't bad. It was okay.
Yeah, I personally love Nicholas Hoult. He's in a show called The Great, which I really enjoy, and of course he's been in several other things as well. And Nicolas Cage, I think he's okay. He's fun.
He's good as the character of Dracula, and I think his performance is pretty good.
Yeah, I enjoyed. It's kind of unfortunate because I feel like this could have been a really good movie, but they decided to incorporate this whole cop storyline into it, and for
the
me,
mob, and
yeah, and for me, it just didn't work. And it was the part that kind of, all of that just kind of took me out of it. But whenever, Nicholas Hoult was on there and, or, Nicolas Cage, I was enjoying their performances. But, and don't get me wrong too, it was a lot of fun. There were a lot of really crazy action scenes and stuff,
and some fun gory sequences. It's very there's some real over the top CGI gore, which usually I don't love, but I think it worked for this type of movie,
right? Yeah.
So I didn't really have a problem with that or anything, and the main thing was just the story. I think it was very clunky, and parts of it just felt very unnecessary. I just wish they took a different route with it.
Right. I honestly feel with the story or whatever, the main thing of it is Nicholas Hoult, he works for Dracula and he's trying to get away from it. Yeah, and so I feel that alone could have just been the story.
That's a good,
but
that's
then
a good enough
they have
story.
this whole other thing.
It doesn't feel like you really get them as a couple, I guess. You
movie. Basically just see the end,
you see the ending of the relationship.
Their, toxic relationship.
And if I don't get those pieces, what reason do I have to care? It's an enjoyable movie. I don't want to crap on it or nothing.
Yeah,
I think it's perfectly fine. Streaming watch, watch it on Netflix if it comes on there. Watch it on Peacock. It's on there right now.
Yep.
Something like that. It's fine.
Yep. All right. So I'm gonna also give this one a 3.5 out of 5.
I will give this one a 3 out of 5. Just middle of the road for me, but it's fine.
Okay. All right. So our last movie that we're going to talk about is 65.
And we watched this on 4K. You made me buy this thing.
I did not make you buy that, but okay.
You said I want 65 and Hbomax on 4K. You text me that, and I got 65.
I said that I wanted to see it. I didn't mean you had to buy it, but
all right. Well, I didn't know what you meant.
So yeah, 65. This was actually on my most anticipated list. It wasn't the top or anything, but
I remember that.
Yeah, I was looking forward to this movie. We never made it to the theater to see it, so this was the first time we watched it. Starring Adam Driver and
and actually it was directed by Scott Beck and Brian Woods, and they were the writers on A Quiet Place.
Oh, very nice.
With John Krasinski, they all wrote it together. I think John Krasinski did the screenplay, and they did the story, and also helped on the screenplay. I can
definitely see that now.
And they also did a movie that I don't think that you watched, and I'm honestly not a big fan of it. It's a movie called Haunt.
Okay.
And it's a haunted house, horror movie. It came out in 2019. I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but
but yeah, this is basically Adam Driver. He is from another planet, and he basically
really cool premise.
Yeah, he crashes on Earth 65 million years ago when there were dinosaurs on our planet, and so I thought that it was just a super cool idea. And I don't know, this movie, it wasn't great, but I know you're probably going to want to talk about the sound and stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was going to say you said you didn't make me buy this 4K, but I'm glad that I bought it because it had really great visual quality, and also the sound. It has an Atmos track, and I thought the sound was amazing.
Yeah, I feel the story's not like the backstory and stuff, it wasn't like it fully didn't work for me.
Yeah.
But
It's a little cheesy.
I feel like it was kind of more about him just landing there, though, and kind of surviving and, like, figuring his way out of the situation.
And it's a small story. Like, don't go into this thinking don't compare it to, like, Jurassic Park or Jurassic World or anything like that. It's a different beast. Like, it's operating on a smaller budget. I think the budget was $45 million. Jurassic World films are like $200 million or something.
Yeah, so and I mean, you know, there's dinosaurs and stuff in this, but it's not like crazy. Like, I mean, I don't know. I guess there's quite a bit.
To me, like I heard the criticism was there wasn't enough. To me, there was quite a few dinosaurs in this movie.
They kind of showed one type of dinosaur the most.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't know. I just like when we were watching it, I felt like there were a lot of good tense moments. A lot of like there were moments where I guess you'd call them like jump scares, where I would like jump because the sound and stuff was so intense.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I thought that Adam Driver was good, and
he lands on this planet. He's trying to survive, but he's also helping this girl try to survive as well. So he's trying to protect her, and she's protecting him in certain parts, and so it's It's a good story. I don't think it's great, but I think it works for this type of movie. And I don't know. I thought this was pretty good. Maybe my expectations were pretty low, but like compared to the last 3 Jurassic Park movies, like I'd say this is the best dinosaur movie I've seen.
Gotcha.
Since The Lost World or something. Like I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah. And again, I just thought that it was cool to think that there was another planet out there that had life on it. Yeah. And it crashed on Earth when we just had dinosaurs, and so I just thought that.
And then it kind of turns into a little bit of a like end of the world type movie towards the end, because they actually had the asteroid that took the dinosaurs out. That factors into the story and how they get off the planet. So I thought all that stuff was pretty cool. So I think it was a pretty good movie overall.
Yeah. So you want to rate it?
I would give it a 3.5.
Okay.
Out of 5. Good movie.
All right, and this is 3 for 3 for me. A 3.5 out of 5 as well.
Man, you just liked everything okay, didn't you?
I liked it. So a 3.5 to me means pretty good. Not like 4 is great. Okay, 4 is great. 5 is amazing. So 3.5, I feel like it's fair for all 3 of these movies. They were really good.
Yeah, they were all good watches. And if you're a collector of the physical media, I do highly recommend that you get 65 on 4K.
Yeah.
I thought it was a pretty good 4K home viewing experience. So thank you all for watching this rapid fire reviews, mini reviews, baby reviews, I think you called them.
Yeah.
Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that like button, and then leave us a comment down below if you've seen any of these. What are your thoughts on them? Let us know that in the comment section below. Turn on the bell notifications and follow us on our social media accounts down below. See you guys later.
Bye, guys.